spray cleaners get really expensive. And what happens is a lot of people end up using far more product than they actually need. So today I want to explain 3 different ways that you can save money on spray cleaners. It's going to take a small investment of $1. I went to Dollar Tree and I bought myself an empty spray bottle. You may have these in other stores. If you're overseas, you may have a Pound Shop, or in Canada I think you have Dollarama, but here in the US we have Dollar Tree as the main chain. You'll notice that there are markings on this bottle, and basically it explains what you need to do to dilute the product down. Now the first way you can save is by not buying them. There are a lot of people that swear by using vinegar or a couple of drops of dish soap in a thing of water, adding maybe a couple of drops of essential oils, but personally those essential oils are very expensive, and even a couple of drops does add up. So vinegar, if you don't mind the smell of it, and I don't think anybody really likes it, is certainly an option. I don't go for that. So that was one way you could save, by just using stuff you already have around the house. The next way you could save is by buying, shall we say, off-brand cleaners. So here are 2 different products that I have here. The one on the left I found also at Dollar Tree. It's called LA's Totally Awesome All-Purpose Concentrated Cleaner, Degreaser, Spot Remover, blah blah blah. It's a yellow liquid. Dollar Tree sells this in 2 varieties, a 32-ounce bottle like this, which you can just buy like that, or they sell a smaller one, I don't remember the ounces in it, with a, trigger spray on top. By the way, if you have a bottle of stuff already that's run out, your thing will likely fit the threads on here. So here is the trigger spray from the bottle I bought, and if I just get that lined up, you'll see that screws on nice and tight and it won't leak, and you can use it just like that. Like its namesake, this stuff is absolutely awesome. I can't say enough about it. For $1, this stuff, if you can find it, which most Dollar Trees carry, is absolutely great all around. I don't want to say fantastic because that's another brand entirely, but it is certainly awesome. Degreaser, oh yeah, all the way. You have greasy pots and pans in that, you just spray it with this, you can watch the grease just sheet right off. Your dish soap does nothing. This stuff will take it off. It is truly awesome. Baked on stuff on your oven racks, spray it down good, or mix some in a sink full of water that's plugged and let it soak, and then with a little bit of elbow grease and a scrubby pad, that's going to clean up better than you've ever seen. The other product I got here is Hispano. I don't know much about this. It says long-lasting fragrance. It's 27.05 ounces or 800 milliliters, which makes more sense. I found this stuff at an independently owned dollar store, but you may actually be able to find it in a well-stocked grocery store. It says it's actually made in the USA by Cesar Iglesias Incorporated. I don't know much about it. It smells pretty nice, I'll tell you that. And the next thing, which I'm going to show you, also applies to this. I'm going to be using this because I need to make a batch up. Now, it is a bit hard to read here. In real life, you'll see it certainly a lot better. You need to know a little bit about ratios. So you can do a 1-to-1 ratio, which cuts this stuff by 50%. Okay? And 1-to-1 means you fill it up to that line to get 1 part of your product, and the rest you fill up to the top here where there's a fill line, and that's your part of water. So you put 1 part of this, 1 part of that. You don't have to do the entire bottle. You can measure how much you're putting in. You can put an ounce of this in and then an ounce of water to get your same 50-50 mix. This also applies to your overpriced products that you've been buying. You can cut Clorox Cleanup with Bleach. You can cut 409. You can cut Fantastic, Simple Green, all that stuff. And the reason why it's important to do this, which will save you at least 50% on the cost of your cleaners, save even more if you go for stuff like that, is because when most people spray this stuff, they spray, and then they go to wipe it, and oh, it's not enough, and you spray more. The reason why is these are surfactants, surface actants, and they work on the surface. Now the problem is the soap, or whatever you want to call it, detergents in them, you need water to wash stuff. Just like in the washing machine, you need water. Not like these HE machines they make today that puts about a cup of water in for a full load of towels and calls it good. Those are a joke. That aside, if you take these and you cut them by 50%, now you're adding water to the mix, and certainly a less concentration of the cleaner itself. But what that does is it wets the surface down a lot nicer. And the water is what cleans. The surfactant makes the water wetter. And that is what actually cleans a lot better. So that's why you want to dilute your stuff. Yes, I know they sell big bottles of this stuff. They call it refills or whatever. Cut all that stuff. If you have these already, you can cut these. This one here is maybe a little down from 50% or so. I could theoretically fill the rest up with water and have a full bottle again. I guarantee you it's going to work just as well. A lot of people are going to say, well, if it's half water, you're going to end up spraying a lot more, and you're going to use twice as much as you normally do. Not really. You will spray more, yes, so you're not saving exactly 50%, but instead of doing 4 sprays of this stuff, you can do 4 sprays of it cut 50%, and by doing that, now you've actually only used 2 sprays worth of the chemical itself. So if you still don't believe it, start small. If anything, you can always just get rid of the stuff in the bottle, throw it out, whatever, and you're only out $1. Or save the bottle, wash it out good, just use it to spray water on plants or something like that. It's still a perfectly workable spray bottle. Oh, and by the way, when you buy these, test them in the store. Open the little nozzle up and hold it next to your ear. Maybe you can hear the little puff of air that comes out when I do that. Some of them just are not made right and they don't work. Anyway, let's mix up some 50% here, and I'll show you what it looks like. So I poured 4 ounces of this in here, just measured by that. Now I'm going to add 4 ounces of water. And now I put 4 ounces of water in there, and it's yellow. It's not quite as vibrant as that if the camera makes it out, but pretty close, and it's only cut by 50%. And look, I only put this much in the bottle here. Okay, you can add more water and dilute it further, which I strongly suggest that you do. Not that these things are particularly strong, but like I said, you need the water in order to clean. This stuff makes the water wetter, and that's what actually cleans. So let's give this a shot now. So you just mix it up a little bit, just slosh it around. You'll get a little foam in there, but that'll dissipate. Okay, that was 7 sprays, and you can see the surface is wetted down. Now I know it's not dirty really to start with, but even so, to give you the idea, that 7 sprays really made a big difference in the amount of product that you were able to put down. The problem is when it's in the bottle like that, it's too concentrated where the spray goes. So you have a lot of product here, but not so much here, and maybe some here, but not a lot there. That's really what it is. There you go. It's absolutely perfectly clean right now, and that's cut 50%. You can cut it further if you like. So that's it. That's how you can cut your spray cleaner bill in half at the very least. One way is to use vinegar or dish soap in a spray bottle like this. The next way is to cut these as such and use them at 50% strength. Or you can save even more money by buying off-brand products and cutting that down. And again, if you dilute more than 50%, then it still works nice. You may have to spray a little bit more, but again, you're not spraying as much as you normally would, by just using the cleaner, because you spray it and you find it's not wet enough and you've got to keep going and spray more. Cut it down, it works just as well. You will have to trust me a bit on that, but hey, worst case, you're out $1. Thanks so much for watching. Hope this video helped you out. If it did, please consider clicking the like and subscribe buttons. That lets me know I did a good job making this video, and I can continue to provide them for you. Have a great day.